Son of Saul offers a gruesome portrayal of the Holocaust through the eyes of Saul Auslander, a member of a Sonderkommando unit at the infamous Auschwitz-Birkenau extermination camp during World War II. Sonderkommandos were Jewish prisoners forced to work in the crematoriums. The film chronicles Saul's desperate search for a rabbi to perform a proper burial of a young boy, one of the hundreds of thousands gassed at the chambers.
Ugyanolyan rab vagyok, mint te. Este kapsz 5 percet, hogy egyedül lehess vele. De a végén ugyanúgy elég a többivel.
Using a handheld camera, filmmaker Nemes Laszlo focuses almost exclusively on Saul's face throughout his 2-day-long ordeal, while heinous acts are being committed in the out-of-focus background, leaving the details to the viewer's imagination. Laszlo says he employed loud, disorienting sounds of people pleading, screaming, and dying in his effort to recreate the chaotic and horrific atmosphere the Sonderkommandos described in their texts about life and death at the camps.
The thinking process has no place in the camp, and that's something I think we never understood after the war. Thinking comes after the war. When you're inside, that's a different state of mind.
Despite its grim outlook, Nemes says there is humanity in a story where the main character in the midst of death risks his life to bury another.
Meine Damen und Herren, ein Jurist, für dessen gepanzerter Brust das zarte Flämmchen der Menschlichkeit noch nicht völlig erlosch.
Labyrinth of Lies by Giulio Ricciarelli tells the story of Johann Radmann, a German prosecutor who, while investigating a suspected Nazi for war crimes in the late 1950s, discovers that massive crimes against humanity were committed at Auschwitz.
Wenn du glaubst, du kriegst auch nur eine vor Gericht, dann kannst du auch glauben an die Weihnachtsmann.
Mich interessiert nur, wer in Auschwitz gedient hat.
Wo ist deine Lastwagen?
Labyrinth of Lies reveals how for almost 20 years after the end of the war, Germany covered up its atrocities at Auschwitz, so the younger generation knew nothing about the camps or the Holocaust.
Passen Sie auf. Du, Schätzchen, Auschwitz, schon mal gehört?
Nein.
Das ist der Skandal. Sagt Ihnen das Wort Auschwitz etwas?
Nein, und ich muss weiter.
Wie alt sind Sie?
20.
Da haben Sie noch nie etwas von Auschwitz gehört, stimmt's?
Nein.
The code of silence was broken in 1963 when Nazi war criminals were finally tried in Germany for their acts at Auschwitz.
Das erste Mal, dass ein Land seine eigenen Soldaten für etwas anklagt, was im Krieg passiert ist.
Labyrinth of Lies runs like a taut thriller, but filmmaker Ricciarelli says, as unbelievable as it sounds, this is a true story, with the exception of Johann Radmann's character, who is a composite of real-life prosecutors.
Kein einziger, sind Sie sicher?
He sits on a very high moral horse. He's convinced he knows what's right and wrong, and in the end, he will be a very changed man. At the end of the film, he will be humble, but he will have matured to the point where he can actually deal with it. And in the process, it almost breaks him. And he's of course, a metaphor for the young Republic of Germany after the war.
Wollen Sie, dass sich jeder junge Mensch in diesem Land fragt, ob sein Vater ein Mörder ist? Ja, genau das will ich.
Since then, Germany has been facing up to its past. Labyrinth of Lies is Germany's official endorsement for the foreign language Oscar. Penelope Poulou, VOA News, Washington.